My Father, Messiah, and the Holy Spirit with us. I almost got into a little car accident. Oh, I don't want to say little. I don't know how big it would have been, but I almost got into a car accident with the deer. Like, I usually see them like all the time. Like it's like a known that they cross. Those areas that there's like known that the deers cross right here. It's like right in front of my neighborhood. It's not, I don't think it's the only way to leave, but I mean, it pretty much is like the most convenient way. It kind of is, because either way, I think that the deer come on either side of the ways on how to will lead from that way. I think there's another way, but it's like taking you in another direction. But anyway, yeah, it was like crazy. Well, I don't want to say crazy. It was real. I saw the deer just like I saw it panting next to me. It's like I slowed my car down to its pace because it just popped up on the right side of me. Like then it just I braked, so it was ahead of me. It was like everything slow motion down, I was just like, oh man, because, honestly, I could die. I know you could, my car is not that big, I was analyzing the antlers. I'm like, oh wow, like the antlers, I can see them, like they wasn't the biggest ones, but they was like them little antlers. I was like, it's definitely a male. I was like, oh man, so, hey, it just went into slow motion, all I could do was like feel, like it wasn't even like any words, I was just feeling that moment, I tried to, like, it was like me and the deer was going at the same pace. He tried to go up, but I was like, hold on, my car wasn't ready. And it's like, he wasn't ready, but he came, like, he turned, like, he was about to go and it came back. I'm like, oh, he's fast, he's moving. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, I gotta brake a little bit more, though. If you would've went right there, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know how that one would've went. I backed up a little more, though. He had more space. He just went, zoom. All right, bet. I'm like, woof. After that, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, everything came back. I was like, Father, okay. Like, I could see, like, that's like a near-death experience. Like, you just zone all the way in. Like, a zone all the way in. It's just you in that moment right there. Or the closest thing I could get to that before that moment was when I was about to commit suicide. And then also, when I was about to go to jail. When I was in jail. Zone, the moment, you're all the way into this moment. All the way into this moment. This is the moment. This is the moment. This is the moment. You're all the way into this moment. Nothing else matters. That's how Messiah felt. That stake on his back. That's how Messiah felt. When they put him on that stake. Hung him on that tree. That's how Messiah felt. Man, wow. They put it through both his hands. I had a 2017 class, spoke about this before, I believe. And this is before I got with our Father in heaven. But I would say I was a super Weenie Hut Jr. believer, you know what I mean? Like, if I heard about Jesus and God, I was like, I didn't read the Bible and I didn't listen to him at all. I mean, I did try to be a good person, though, the best that I could be, though, you feel me? I could never say I was just out here trying to be a bad person, even though I did bad things, like I ended up in jail, so you feel me? I was just doing bad things, you feel me? But I would say I was still trying to be a good person, you feel me? Yeah, 2017, the lady said, going through, even the doctor said that this is the most excruciating pain that any human being could ever feel. Literally. Like, he literally had the worst death ever. Like, this is not an exaggeration. Like, them doing that to you, they said because they put it through both of his veins in his hands, and then also was at a point in his feet. I forgot, like, the type of explanation, but the pain in his feet, because they pinned both his feet together. You can just put both of your feet together and imagine a nail getting pinned through that at the perfect point where it can combine both of your feet to the tree. Both of your hands together. They combine both of his hands together into the tree. Through his veins. Then after that, I got a little rose thorn stuck in my hand. And it literally stuck straight into my hand. Like, it combined with my hand. And it was just one. And it was very painful. I'm not even gonna lie. And I was like, whoa. I was like, Father, what the? Because I got a thorn. Like, now Father knows I watch out for it every time, bro. But it's a thorn bush right there next to my trash can. Like, I went to get it, brothers and sisters. That thing went straight into my hand. I'm like, yo. Like, it was feeling crazy for real. I had to pull it out. Like, I'm like, yo. But that is what got placed on top of his head. Now, they also said he could have, I carried it like that as well, which is just, if he carried that cross like that, brothers and sisters, that's beyond endurance. That's beyond endurance right there. But I believe it says that he either carried it or one of our brothers carried it for him. I believe that was the same brother that he looked at and said, and he looked at his mom and said, that's your mom now, or yo, something, man. I gotta go back and look at that. I think he's like, yo, that's your mom. That's your son. Like, yo, Messiah Sterl, yo. I can't even cap. Like, yo, realest dude ever, bro. Like, that's one thing I knew even when I was in the world. Messiah is the realest person ever. He's the realest person ever. He's the realest person ever. He was the realest. They say that they're real. If they're not doing anything like Messiah would have did, he really broke bread. And that's not fake. He broke bread for real. He really broke bread. They be saying if you don't break bread, you fake. Bro, he really broke bread for real, for real. He said, this bread, this is now our daily bread. This is bread. This is what you're gonna eat. You're gonna eat me. This is my flesh. I'm breaking bread with y'all. Y'all gonna eat this bread. Y'all gonna eat my flesh for real, for real. Y'all gonna drink my blood. Drink this wine. You're gonna drink my blood. You're gonna drink my blood. Facts. This is the new covenant. Big facts. This is why they spit on, you know what I mean, anything Christian, anything Christ-wise, they call Messiah Yeshua and Israel. Those false prophets are wild. They wild for real. We say Yeshua, they say Yeshua. Literally. 99% of them do not believe, and that is not a lie. Definitely not a lie. 99% of them do not believe. I'm sorry, I don't know if I said do believe. 99% of them in Israel, they do not believe. Sorry, I'm just parking up right now. Seriously though. But yeah. It's over those two things. Put that thorn on his head. He had all them thorns inside of his head. They stuck inside of his head. Close to this man's brain. Like, close to this man's brain. Thorns inside his head. It's the moment. Word. May our Father, my Son, Holy Spirit with us. Amen.